So let's begin introducing ourselves to the canvas. Remember, this is part of a series of videos, so look at the channel for other videos. Here we're on step three, and we're familiarizing ourselves with the canvas inside of PowerApps. So let's go ahead and get started. So the PowerApps screen is really three primary areas that you need to be concerned, I guess four. Here's what you're seeing, the visual itself, right? So if you go up here to the little play button, you can kind of see it, what it looks like, okay? Here you have the browse screen, right? Over here you get a tree view. Now sometimes it's different, but you can always go back to this view. I'm right here. You can add things. We're not going to go into all of this today in this video, but here is the browse screen, the detail screen, the edit screen, and in an upcoming video, we'll talk about a second page screen. So here we have the basic screens. Now, when you click down on that, see, now I'm inside of the gallery. I'm not here. If I click there, see where it says label, name, then I gotta go over. So this tells me where I am, this side. This tells me the actions that I can take. So do you see here, I can redo that name if I like. So here we can just type this in. All right, so it changes it there. And then we can, we hit the reselect, right? So here we're gonna reselect that label. We can change its font, do all of that type of stuff. And then here we have is where the data is, what the text is, and this on select is where it would link to. So you could make this a hyperlink if you wanted to go somewhere else, for example, and then you can see the colors. It has like hover color and things like that. So you can kind of play with that. I'm not going to really go into a lot of this. It's very self-explanatory, but that's kind of where you are. This also is a position, and this is important when you're modifying things on your own and making, which we're going to do in an upcoming video. But you're going to want to know about these paddings and kind of write this down and be able to align things properly when you're doing it by yourself. Now, if I want to go down through the gallery, see now I'm at the gallery, see my blue marks here all around? Here's the separator, that's the little bar in between. Here's the arrow, and then now I'm talking about these bodies. There's three of them there, notice. And so you can kind of work your way down through. But I'm gonna look also, so I've got that. And so anyway, so that's the first screen, and then you can work your way through the other screens as well, right? You can also kind of click on it. Notice here that it says the information in here, but it also says some of the information here, right? So parent, it's gonna hit the display name, which is what we want, right? And then here, we click on that, parent default, and you can go into this area here and see where that data is pulling as well as in here. So just be aware of that. This is usually when you do a Power App developed from a list, they're gonna give you three screens. They're gonna give you a browse screen, they're gonna give you a detail screen, and they're going to give you an edit screen. I'm going to try to keep a lot of the videos around just so we have these three screens in case you're just kind of doing the basics, trying to get everything off and running. And then of course you can select here and notice you got values up here as well, which we're going to go into in another video. So let's say you want to remove something from the screen. You have a couple options. One, do you see the blue little bubble things, right? You could sit here and say rename it or delete it, right? Or you can click on it and just hit delete on your keyboard. Notice everything shifts up. Everything shifts up. But if you have more fields, right? I don't want this one, so I'm going to hit the delete key. If you have more fields than are represented here, then how do you add those fields? Well, this video is getting a little long, so we're going to talk about that in the next video. So that's your basic screen on what the screens are, the tree view, how do you edit all the data, and you go from there.